Meditation is a methodology that's been used for hundreds, thousands of years by practitioners, monks, yogis, seeking to explore the depths of their mind, to explore their consciousness, to explore the meaning of life, to end cycles of pain, suffering, and achieve lasting happiness and peace. And most importantly, develop mastery over mind and body. And many aspiring practitioners would go on retreats into nature, into the caves and mountains, into places where past masters have attained enlightenment, and go out and explore the depths of their mind in nature. Now, in the modern world, the fast-paced, high-tech world, we need the ancient practice of meditation now more than ever. And I'm going to dive into what meditation is and how meditation works and how you can start meditating right here, right now, to develop the greatest skill of all, and that's controlling your own mind and body. Now, meditation really is a methodology and set of techniques and procedures to help you develop greater control over your mind and body. And it really is a fundamental form of biohacking, of brain hacking, and neurofeedback. Now, of course, we have the benefit of having technologies, and I've been using 20-channel EEGs for the last decade to learn how to develop greater control of my brain. I got a little bit carried away. I'd be like, hey, doc, you see the temporal lobes there, the left temporal lobe? Yeah, the green brain wave. What do you want it? You want it theta? You want it alpha? You want it high beta? And then I would go and get that brain region producing those exact brain waves. I mean, his jaw would drop. And that's how I was using the technology, was as a form of biofeedback to develop greater control over my mind. And the thing is, that's how you want to use technology, right? If you're using supplements, gimmicks, little technologies to help get rid of your anxiety or whatever problem you're experiencing, you're missing a golden opportunity to develop the most important skill, and that's developing skill and control over your own brain and mind. And that's what meditation fundamentally is, and the power it will give you. Now, there's two main types of meditation. The first type is a form of single-pointed concentration and focus, also known as like the Taoist method. And this is where you focus on one single point of concentration. It could be repeating a mantra, could be a deep diaphragmatic breathing, could be a visualization, could be a counting method, counting in your mind. And what happens is you keep focusing on this single method over and over and over again, and the neurons in your brain keep firing over and over and over again, and eventually habituate and shut off. And what that does is it allows you to access an altered state of mind, an altered brain state, an altered state of consciousness. And as we know, all our mental limitations, anxiety, depression, bad habits, bad mental thought patterns are all state dependent. So when you change your state, you get out of the normal, limited, habitual state and into altered states where you can begin to access new realizations, new insights, new abilities and powers that are going to change this moment right now and your future. And what happens is with the Taoist single point of concentration, at first your monkey mind's going to be going off thinking about, oh my God, I got to do the dishes, I got to do my laundry, I got to call Sally tomorrow. And every time your mind wanders, you need to bring it back to that single method point of concentration. And what happens is you're training your focus. Meditation is synonymous with concentration. You're developing your ability to focus and stay on task with one thing. And what will happen is after a period of about 5-10 minutes, is your brain will get into an altered state. And when you're in that altered state, just chill there, just let your brain bathe, serenade in that wonderful state, and familiarize your neurology with that altered state. That's what meditation will do. Now, the second form of meditation, and I've trained with Shaolin Monks, Qigong Masters, and a powerful Shaolin method is that of emptiness, where you're basically doing nothing. Now, if I tell you, hey, sit and meditate and do nothing, your brain's probably going to start doing a whole lot more of something, right? So how do you actually get your brain to that empty mind state? Well, that's where you start to empty and clear away the thoughts, the mental images, the voices in your mind, the feelings in your body, and bring yourself to a state of stillness, of silence. And the more still, the clearer your mind gets, the more that signal to noise ratio goes in your favor, where the more you reduce the noise in your brain, the more powerful, clear, sharp, precise you can think. Then you start calming and quieting the conscious mind, and your unconscious, your big mind, can start to feed you creative solutions, new insights, new realizations, new breakthrough thoughts that are going to change the game for you. Now, yogis, monks, masters talk about it. You meditate for 20 minutes every single day, and in a month or 100 days is kind of the standard rule. Your problems just start floating and melting away. And it's not your problems that are changing, it's you that's changing. Your mind's changing, your control's changing, your ability to regulate your own body is changing. And meditation is one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful, internal way of learning the greatest skill of all, and that's controlling your mind and body. Remember, all those external things, they're all taking away this moment, this opportunity for you to learn this skill, be able to control your mind, to control your body. So let's get right into it. So if you're going to do a Taoist single point concentration, how you want to do it is focus on what your concentration exercise is going to be. And I recommend deep diaphragmatic breathing. You'll notice an anxiety-related behaviors, autistic behaviors. You'll notice a shortness of breath, that the breath is being held up in the neck. And as soon as you start liberating deep diaphragmatic breathing, it's going to help activate the autonomic nervous system and really facilitate regeneration. So what you do is you do a nice deep diaphragmatic breathing, and your belly expands as you breathe in, contracts as you breathe out, and you just focus on your breathing for 3, 4, 5 minutes, however long it takes for you to get into a nice, comfortable, altered state. And remember, whenever your mind wanders, whenever you think of silly Sally or jumpin' Jim, you just bring yourself back to that state of focus. And you train yourself. The more you do it, the better you get at it. And you do it for 3, 5, 10 minutes, and your mind goes into that altered state. When it's in that altered state, let it just sit, relax, and bathe. And you're basically familiarizing and educating your neurology to get into those more balanced, calm states. And then if you're going to practice emptiness, you'd literally start to empty and clear away your mind, start to dissolve and fade away the mental images, the voices, slow them down, and slow down your feelings. It's a little bit more advanced, but once you get there, it's the most powerful form of meditation. Remember the whole yin and yang. The more yin, the more still, the more silent you can bring your mind, the more powerful, fast, electric, and magical your unconscious can work. And this has been a little lesson on meditation. Remember, all you need to do is just meditate for 15, 20 minutes a day and start training your mind and your brain to get into altered states. And trust me, you don't need to resort to drugs, to medications, and that's really what most people use to get into those altered states. You can start to explore your own mind, using your mind as the initiator, as the tool to get into those magical states where you can start developing the realizations, the plans, the insights that are going to change the game for you. Now, meditation is something we should be teaching kids starting at a very young age. If we can empower our kids and teach them how to regulate their own mind and emotions, it's going to save all kinds of suffering and negative cycles where you don't get stopped by a bad memory or a bullying experience or a bad experience in a certain grade with the teacher. You're able to regulate your mind, regulate your emotions, and begin to develop that skill from a young age. And we think about the system en masse. Just think of how many mental health problems and the burden on the system that would be saved if we all had some ability to regulate our minds and emotions and to begin to control the things like our feelings, like our state, which is going to empower us as opposed to moving away from fear and giving away our power, empower us to regulate our mind, our body, and our emotions, and to be able to succeed in the really challenging situations. And that's the type of power meditation can give us. So this has been Chris Wyllie, the Game Changer, Mr. Brain Optimization, breaking down what meditation is, and most importantly, giving you the blueprint, the know-how to start changing your brain and optimizing it for now and for the rest of your life. Thank you so much for joining me, and stay tuned for our next How to Better Brain Blueprint video.